Hey guys, Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Hope you guys are keeping cool in this wicked summer we've been having here. I think the temperature peaked a few days ago at about the high 40s, so anywhere about 49 degrees Celsius. Talk about a scorcher. Today we're gonna use some watermelon. Watermelon is pretty cheap. It's full in season right now. It's about this watermelon here. I paid $3, I think, for. We're gonna use this watermelon to make a frozen treat, just in time for these severe temperatures we've been having here. So stay tuned. We'll get going with this. It's fairly simple. Some sugar, the watermelon, some lime or lemon juice, and for good measure, you gotta be Trinbagonian and add a couple dashes of Angostura bitters to this, and then we're going to freeze it. But first of all, we're going to have to cube this up, which I'm going to do next, and then we're going to puree everything in a food processor with the skins, with the insides taken out of the watermelon. What I've done is I've cubed the entire watermelon up, and I believe this was like a 4-pound watermelon, which gives you about 4 cups of cubed watermelon here. The reason why we're going to cube it up first, it's going to be easier for when we put it into the food processor to puree. We're going to puree everything into a nice smooth consistency. And again, I've removed everything off the watermelon. And for this recipe, not only do we need the 4 cups of watermelon cubes, I'm going to be using some Angostura bitters, just a couple drops. Now if you don't have Angostura bitters, it's totally optional. You don't need to use it. What I have here is about half a cup of granulated sugar, and typically I use a lime, but in this case I have no limes in the fridge there, so my next best friend here is a lemon, and all it is about half a lemon, which gives me about a tablespoon or so of lemon juice. It gives it a nice sort of a freshness to the entire granita when we're done with it. So again, we've got the watermelon, the lemon juice, the sugar, as well as a couple drops of the Angostura bitters. All of that is going to go into the food processor, and we're going to puree everything. So rather than show you what I'm actually doing here, what I'm doing is showing you the after, simply because it's going to be noisy if I have the food processor on. But what I did was in batches, because they all can't fit in the food processor at the same time. But what I did batches, couple cups at a time, and pureed it. It's a thick sort of a slushy-like puree, and to that we're gonna add to a baking dish. Now the perfect dish for this would be a metal dish, but I don't have a metal dish big enough for this, so I'm gonna be using a ceramic dish. We're just gonna put that to freeze after, but I'll show you that step in a couple seconds. If you guys recall, I said this was a seedless watermelon, but as you can see, there's still some seeds in here. So this is a good time now to take a teaspoon or something and fish them out. This is the final product of the puree that we made with the watermelon, the sugar, the lemon juice. You can use lime juice as well as the couple drops of Angostura bitters. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to put this in the freezer and let it set for about an hour or so. After an hour, what we're going to do, we're going to take a fork and create a slushy with it by digging it up. So let's put this into the freezer now. We're going to give it about an hour, and then we'll take it from there, guys. So it's in the freezer now. We're going to leave it in here for about an hour or so, just for it to set and to start freezing a bit. And then we're going to work it with a fork for a couple minutes and go from there. It's been in the freezer now I just took it out here. It's been about an hour, just over an hour. And what you want to do is take a fork or a spoon or something, and if you find any lumps, any sort of frozen lumps or any clumps or anything like that, break it up. What we're going to do now is after we've done that, we're going to put it back into the freezer for a couple hours more. And then what we're going to do, we're going to use a fork and sort of shred everything, almost like a snow cone. It's been in the freezer now for about 4 hours. Now, I kind of lost track of time, and this is why I left it there for 4 hours. Typically anywhere from 2 to 3 hours from the first time that we checked it, about an hour. So in total, 3 hours. If you're using a metal baking dish, it will freeze faster. But pretty much all you got to do now is using a fork like I did here. All you're gonna do is break it up into like scales, like into like a slushy mixture, and then you serve it. That's about it, guys. It's a wonderful, refreshing watermelon treat, and I'm sure your family and friends would love it. Remember, you can also spike this up with some good rum or something as well too. Vodka, rum. Hey, if you whatever you like, you want to put it in there, feel free to do so. So here it is. I'm just about to put it into my martini glass here, but before I do, I'm gonna make a grown-up version. I'm gonna add some rum to my one here. I'm gonna have some dark rum to it, just to spike it up a little bit. Frozen watermelon treat here. I'm sure you guys are gonna love it. It's very simple, but check this out. After you're done scraping it and flaking it with the fork, try to finish it off pretty soon, because number one, if you leave it out, it's just gonna melt and go soggy and watery. And two, if you leave it overnight in the fridge, it will become frozen stiff. You may have to thaw it out a bit before flaking it up again. I'm not sure if that's gonna work or not, because I haven't tried it. But anyways, give it a try, guys. It's summer, it's hot. I'm sure you're gonna find this refreshing. Remember, you put it in a martini glass here with some rum or some vodka, a couple leaves of mint. Hey, you got a classic summertime big people dessert. Chris here, Caribbean Pot. Hope you guys are enjoying the recipes I've been sharing with you. Remember, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you leave me a comment below if you're watching this on YouTube, as well as to subscribe to my channel. I try to add videos every couple of weeks or so, and give it a thumbs up. Appreciate it, guys. You guys take care, and I hope you guys keep cool this summer.